Hi everyone, welcome back to The Chosen One by Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your support. Today's word is, God said, just do it. Obey me right now. We have to obey God now. We want God to supply all our needs. We want God to move in our life. And we're not even doing God's will. How we expect God to do anything and we doing things our way? We're not even obeying him. We walking our life like we just don't have a commandment or anything. In James 4:7 it reads, anyone then who knows the good he ought to do and is sin. You got to understand, when you don't keep God's commandments, when you don't do what God asks you to do, you're sinning. We got to obey God. If we want God to do anything in our life, we have to fully obey him. I don't care what nobody telling you. Obey God. Keep his commandments. Do your life the way that he's telling you. Follow his commandments. Do everything right. If you slipped up, if you had sex, if you sinned, if you stole something out of the store, Lord, I'm sorry. I repent. Lord, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn away from doing this. And mean it. Don't go back into your sin. When you tell God you're sorry, when you tell God you did something, repent and let it go. Some of us, we repent and we go back to our sin. You got to stop going backwards. You got to learn from your mistakes. You got to learn from the things that you're doing. Some of y'all keep playing with God. I'm sorry, God. I'm going to go back to that man house. I'm going to have sex. I'm sorry, God. I'm going to go back to that woman house and have sex. When you tell God something, let it go. Some of us, we tend to go back and forth in our sin. That's what holds you up from your blessing, because you're playing with fornication. If you stop playing with fornication, God can free you from a lot of things. You got to let go of sin, sex, wrongdoing, selling drugs, selling your body. Whatever you're doing, you got to fully obey God right now, because God needs saints that is real. He don't need saints that's going to play. If you're going to play, you might as well, he going to just send you straight to hell. God don't need saints that's going to play. He needs saints that's going to walk fully. God don't have time for games. He don't have time for people just saying, oh, I'm going to serve you, Jesus, and then I'm going to stop. When you serve God, fully serve him with your whole heart. Fully pray. Fully read your Bible. Fully submit yourself. Don't just say, I'm going to serve you, God, and you're really not. You got to fully obey God. God wants us to do his will, saints. If we want God to do anything for us, we have to fully submit ourselves. What is submitting yourself? Get on your knees. Pray. Cry it out. Whatever your weakness is, you need to give it to God. Some of y'all have weakness. Your weakness is sin. I'm telling you, I know. You got to learn how to let that go. If you want God to do anything for you, you got to learn how to be honest with him. God cannot let you fly. God cannot let you walk. God cannot let you live if you continue to be in sin. Sin is holding up your blessing. Sin is separating you from God. Sin is drawing a line between you and God. So if you sinning, when I say sinning, you having sex, you selling drugs, you're not going to church faithfully, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you want to be on drugs, you want to be a prostitute, you being a hoe, you doing whatever you want to do out of the will of God. Some of y'all know the truth. Some of y'all know the truth. You still going over to the boy house. You know the truth. You know about the 10 commandments. You know about serving the Lord. Some of y'all church people, and you're still going back and forth with God, playing with fornication. Until one day God cuts you off. You ain't even going to be able to say, God, I'm sorry no more. Because you're going to be already dead. Some of y'all need to stop playing with God. I'm not being honest. God is so tired of sin and fornication. We have to stop it, saints. Whatever we doing out the will of God, we have to learn how to repent. I'm telling you. Fully submit your ways to the Lord and let it go. Stop trying to be pressed over sex and fornication. Say, Lord, you know what? I submit myself to you. I repent. I ask, Father, that you wash away all my sins. I ask, Father, that you help me to learn how to repent. I ask, Father, that you help me to learn how to walk forward. Listen, even if somebody broke your heart so bad, and you like, Lord, I don't know how to deal with this. Somebody break up with you because you don't want to have sex with them anymore. Don't get mad. Get happy. Anytime God separates you from somebody, it's because he's freeing your life from a situation that a person that you love don't even want to take responsibility and say, you know what, baby, let's just stop having sex. Let's just wait until we get married. As you get older and you mature, you both supposed to have an agreement and say, you know what, let's just wait. Ain't nothing wrong waiting to have sex. It's just you're putting sex on hold because you want to focus on your spiritual life for God. Some of you that's watching me, you know the truth. You still dipping and dabbing, God's saying. You're still dipping and dabbing, going to people's house having sex. And you think God gonna keep having mercy on you. He not. And I'm just being honest. Anybody that's watching me and you in sin, you're in fornication, you're doing wrong, and you're trying to cover it up, you can't cover up sin. You just can't cover up sin. I can't cover up sin. Because I'm going to tell you, let me tell you, sin speaks for itself. God can expose you in front of your own family. You can't hide sin. I don't care how long you ain't had sex. I don't care how long you and that man ain't do it. God said you can't run from sin. I will expose you. I will embarrass you in your own house. God will expose you. If you want to serve God, you in your house, serve Him. Serve God for real. Don't be just playing with God and say, God, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. I'm gonna just do me. No. If you want to do what God asking you to do, fully submit. You got to stop being like the world. The church and the world is different. If you want to serve God, you got to make some changes. You got to change your life. If you want to serve God, you got to be serious. We don't have time to play. We don't have time to say, God, I can't do this. You have to fully submit your ways to God. You got to fully separate yourself from people. When I say people, wrongdoing people. When you focus on your relationship with God, God is working on you. He's changing the inside. He wants your heart to be free. He wants your mind to be free. He wants your soul to be free. He wants you to fully submit your ways to Him. We have to fully submit our ways to God. Whatever we're not doing right, we need to repent, saints. If we're going to obey God, we need to do it right. If we're going to obey God, we need to keep His commandments. If we're going to obey God, we need to show up to church on time. It's some changes that we have to do. We want God to do a lot in our life, but we have to make some changes as believers. It calls sacrifice. If you can't sacrifice, if you can't make no change before God, then what are you doing? Look at yourself. What are you doing to God? You wasting His time. You got to stop sinning. And I'm telling you, sin separates your relationship from God. You can't do nothing because sin is in the midst of it. When sin is in the midst of your relationship with God, it separates you and it pushes God away from you. I don't want to be bothered with you. That's like the enemy and God fighting. God trying to tell you do the right thing, but sin is holding up your blessing. I know what I'm talking about. I was a sinner, and I had to let go of sin to fully submit to God. And if you really want to fix your relationship with God, you really want to submit your relationship with Him, you got to make some changes. I'm telling you, some of y'all know the truth, and you still going backwards. God done save you. God done deliver you. You still going back. Just fully serve God. Fully do what God is asking you to do. Say, Lord, I'm going to just follow your ways. I'm going to follow what you asking me to do. We have to fully submit our ways to the Lord. Separate yourself from wrong people. Anybody that is doing wrong out of the sight of God, don't be around those people. What am I saying? People that's on drugs, people that is smoking, people that is prostituting, people that's a hoe, people that is doing things out the will of God, people that is not keeping the 10 commandments. I don't want to be around you. Because you got to realize the people that's doing wrong is going to affect you in your relationship with God. I won't let nobody separate my relationship with God. And that's how you need to walk. I won't let my family, I won't let my friends, I won't let my loved ones, I won't let my associates, I won't let nobody separate me from the love of God. You got to walk boldly. I'm going to walk straight because I know God has something for me in my life. I'm going to walk straight because I know God has something for me to do. You got to fully submit your ways to God. Don't worry about what people talk about. Worry about what God has for you. What God has for you is something powerful. What God has for you is something that's going to change everybody around you. You're going to be changed, right? Once you be changed, God going to change your friends. God going to change the people that is around you. And start praying for your friends to be changed. When you separate yourself from your friends, pray for them. God going to change your friends. God going to change the people that you love. God going to help you. He going to tell you what to do. Don't give up on your friends. Don't give up on your family. Just pray for them and say, Lord, let your will be done. Lord, I ask that you save my sister from her sex addiction. Lord, I ask that you save my brother from drugs. I ask, Father, that you save my school. Just pray, fully submit your ways. When you serving God, you have to fully do things his way. That's what the Bible is, basic instructions. Before we leave this earth, we got to make sure we know this Bible. If y'all don't know the Bible, you need to really put your head in that Bible and really study it. Study that Bible and stop playing with your life. You got to fully read the Bible and understand it. So thank you for watching. God bless you all. Don't give up. Just pray about all things. Remove sin and fully obey God. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed, beautiful day. Be encouraged.